Hi guys, this video is a quick quiz on the bandwidth terms for CCNA. So firstly, number one, what connection has a throughput of 2.048 megabits per second? Pause the video now and have a think. If you can answer it, play, that's great, and then click play again. Second question. A T3 channel has how many DSO channels? Again, pause the video, have a think, and then replay the video when you're ready. And number three, an E3 channel has a throughput of X megabits per second. What is X? Pause the video, have a think, and come back to it. So, I hope you've had a pause of the video and thought about it. Now, time for the answers. Firstly, number one, a connection with a throughput of 2.048 megabits per second. So, if we know what an E1 line rate is, it's 1.544 meg. Now, T3 and E3 are significantly bigger than this. Because they comprise of a lot more channels and are being bundled together. The next one up from from T1 is E1. And E1 is used in Europe, whereas E1 is used in in the United States, Japan, and South Korea. So from 1.5 meg at E1, the next one up is 1.54 meg at T1. The next one up is E1, which has a throughput of 2.048 meg. So it goes up a little bit by about half a meg per second, increase in line rate. So that's the answer for the first question. Hope you got it right. So E1. It was the answer for the first question. Second question, a T3 channel has how many DSO channels? So T3 is like, if you were to think of these channels, of these connection types as a family, it would go from it would go from DSO to T1. Which is known as DS1 as well, to T3, which is also known as DS3. So DS3 or T3 is like a third generation of DSO. So it has a heck of a lot more channels than DS1 or i.e. T1 or DS0. It has 672, so it has a whopping amount of channels, 620 channels, which gives it a line rate of nearly 45 meg there. So that's 672 channels. It is a difficult number to remember, so it is a case of just muscle memory here, where we have to link this number to T3 or DS3. 672 is the answer for that. Lastly, an E3 channel has a throughput of X megabits per second. What is X? E3 channel is like the big brother of E1. So E1, if you remember, has a line rate of 2.048 megabits per second. It has 32 channels. And they're running at the same speed as E1, which is 64 kilobits per second. So line rate is the same as T1. The difference is how many channels there are. So there's 32 in E1. Likewise, when it comes to T3 and E3, different amount of channels there. So E3 has a throughput of 34.368 meg per second. 34.368. So roughly, we'll round to that down, is 34 meg. So it's not as much as T3, but it is way more than E1 does provide. So it's 34.368 meg per second. 34.368 meg per second. Yeah, was the answer. So I hope you got that right. Excuse my handwriting. Mbps 34.368. It has 512 channels, or you can think of it as 16 E1 circuits. So 512 channels, or 16 E1s. E1 circuits. So that was the quiz, guys. I hope you've got the answers right. If not, it's just a case of a little bit more revision. The numbers are tricky to memorize, so it's a case of flashcards or something of that nature. We're just trying to keep revising these numbers so that they stay in our minds fresh for the exam. Thank you for watching, guys, and please stay tuned for more videos.